All right, we're in Aeneid Book 4, lines 35 through 46. And Dinah and Anna are still working on their conversation here. We're going to start off with a future imperative. That's what the TO is. And we don't really have a future imperative so much in English, but so be it. All right. No suitors or husbands. This is a syncopated form of flexorant. Quondam formally turned, and then that's feminine, modifying an implied te. Turned you sick at heart. Not of Libya. Non ante, not before. From Tyre. Despectus Iarbis, rejected Iarbis. Ductoros Quali, and the other leaders. Whom, and this is referring to the leaders and Iarbis. If we scan this, alright, so those two are, A's are short and nominative. Whom the African land. Dwace is also modifying land, which with triumphs nourishes or brings up, takes care of. I'm going to add a being there because just looking at that second thought, I know that's late, it just turned you sick, and that literally sounds like it says make you sick, but turned you while you feel sick, heartbroken. All right. Anyway, the NE is letting you know it's a question. In the bis, will you etiam still? Pugna, fight. A placato amori, a pleasing love. Nec venit, and does it not come in mentem into your mind? In whose realms are we lands considerous you have settled? And you got a perfect subjunctive here, not common, with an indirect question. All right, so now Anna's bringing up, hey, do you know where we are? Because if you remember in the few lines earlier, she said, okay, Iarbis was rejected and the other leaders. And now we're going to talk about them. And you have this hink combo, so it's like on one side and on the other. On the one side, the Gaetulian cities. A genus, a race, unconquerable. Bellow, in war, little ablative of respect. And the Numidians. Bridleless, meaning they don't ride their horses. You know, well, they can control their horses really well. Kingans surround you. The T is implied. And the inhospitable certes. Okay, so that's not good. Hank on the other side. A regio, a region. And then this is modifying regio. Regio is third declension, feminine singular. Deserted from drought, the city. And the Barcans. Ferentes, raging, latte, far and wide. Quid what? Decom should I say? Deliberative subjunctive. What should I say about wars rising from Tyre? Sargentia rising from Tyre. And the threats of your brother. Indeed, with the godly auspices. Reor, I think. And this is going to set up an indirect statement. I think, and with Juno favoring. I think that Alacus Carnus, I think that the Trojan ships Alright, and then this is a perfect infinitive. I think that the Trojan ships have held Hunc Corsum. This course from the wind. Okay, so what Anna's doing, she's saying, hey, consider love. And so Dido's already put the idea of love aside because she's being faithful, to her deceased husband. But then Anna's like, hey, look at what you have on either side of you. Inhospitable lands, you've got enemies, you've got people you've rejected. We have some potential issues here. Your brother, maybe he's going to try to fight, attack, something like that. Don't you think, with the godly auspices and with Juno favoring, that maybe there's a reason this ship or these Trojans landed here? And so Anna's actually using, 3 separate, attacks, techniques, whatever you want to call them. She's going for the idea of love. She's going for the idea of, so love, feelings, intellect, profitability, benefit, the city. We could use warriors given where we are. And then she goes into a religious, don't you think the gods had something to do with this? And there's a reason for it. So Anna is going at this argument 3 different ways. Pretty clever of her.